Hey planner friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with my monthlies and I'm going to be setting up for the month of May in my Hemlock Oak weekly. Let's get started! So the kit that I'm using for the month of May is Swan from Plannerface, and my theme colour for this month is baby pink, as it always is. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and also mention me for a freebie. As you may have noticed, I did miss my April monthly, but I'm now back with my May monthly because I actually had a kit in time for the month to begin. So in the same way that I did in March, I'm starting off with my cover page, which is just kind of scrapbooky, incorporating some of the stickers from the kit and also some vellum and some craft paper. This vellum is from a pack that I picked up from Paper Chase, and I decided to round off the corners of some of the decorative boxes from my monthly kit so that they fitted with more of the rounded off shapes that I've cut out of my craft paper and vellum for this monthly cover page. I also hand lettered the word May on sticker paper, and while I was practicing writing it out I decided that I really liked this way that I wrote it, so I figured I would cut this one out and stick it in, but unfortunately that means that it was off camera. I do quite a lot of my hand lettering practice off camera just because I'm not super confident with brush lettering just yet. On the left hand page I'm not going to fill in my goals for the month just yet, and at the time of recording this voiceover I still haven't done this, but I'm just adding in some decoration around who I'm going to write in all of these goals, and I've also added in my habit tracker along the bottom, which is just something that I make in Excel and print off on sticker paper myself. Habits wise this month I'm sticking with the same 6 habits that I've been tracking since I started in my Hemlock Oak planner, and I think a lot of my goals for this month are going to revolve around the fact that I have a competition and want to hand in my portfolio at the end of May. So decoration wise, although I have my cover page on this spread, I do keep it fairly minimal and my cover page is pretty simple, but then we can move on to my monthly calendar, which is going to be a little bit more full on. So this page is where the majority of my monthly kit stickers will end up, but I'm starting off by just colouring in at the top of each of the calendar boxes where I'm not going to be at work. Because May starts on a Monday, this calendar would start on a Monday, but for some reason the last week of April is the top row, so I'm going to move my whole calendar up one row and just redate it with date dots. My theme colour for the month of May is this baby pink, and I think there's a little bit more of a peachy tone to the Sharpie S note that I'm using than there is to the pink in the stickers from this kit. As you can see from the difference between the date strip washi and where I've coloured in the top of the calendar boxes, they are a little bit different, but it's not going to bother me too much. With this new format of monthly kit from Plannerface, the days of the week are separate to the date cover washi, so I'm just adding in all of those, and this is one of the kits where Saturday is spelt wrong. If you do have one of these kits, and you can contact Anna and she will replace it or send you a Saturday sticker, but for me it wasn't going to bother me too much, so I've just gone with the spelling mistake one. Next I've turned my planner on its side so that I can add in my big decorative sidebar, so I've put the whole sidebar down and then I'm just going to trim the edge off so there's a tiny bit of white space between it and the rest of my calendar, and then I'm going to add in all of my date dots to completely redate this spread. Because I'm using quite bold date dots, I don't think it looks too weird at the bottom where 29, 30 and 31 apparently look duplicated, and it'll especially not look that obvious once I've got all of my notes and steps section down in the bottom. So now that I've redated my spread, I'm going to cover up the days that are in June with one of the thick washi strips from the kit, and then just fill in that extra little bit of white space with some of the glitter headers again that come in the kit. The thick washi header plus the glitter strip fit almost perfectly inside the boxes of my Hemlock Oak. In the leftover days along the bottom I have a notes section on the left hand side for any notes that I need to make, and then I have my step tracker on the right hand side, and then before I fill in all of my plans on my monthly spread I'm going to flip over to my May review section because I try to fill in this page throughout the month as I go rather than leaving it all until the last minute. So on the left hand page I've added in some of the decorative boxes from the monthly kit so I can keep that theme of the kit going throughout all of my May setup pages, and then the only thing that I really change on this page is that I don't just do a thought, a lesson or a growth moment, I do all 3 in that bottom section. I'm then going to highlight over some of the lines in the what gave you energy and what drained you this month section, and then I can focus on the right hand page where I'm going to add in my gratitude and favourites for the month. So this is really the page that I fill in continually as the month goes on rather than just at the end. For this page I've cut 2.6cm chunks of all the box covers that come in the decorative box to create my headers, so I'm adding them the entire way across the top side of the page with a heading that just says gratitude, which I hand lettered on sticker paper off camera again. I'm sure one day I'll feel confident enough to just write it on camera onto those stickers, but at the moment I'm not quite there yet. The bottom half of the page is going to be for my favourites for the month, so I have things like what I listened to, what I ate, what I lifted, how I felt, what I worked on, and what I watched, that's the last one. So I have these different sized boxes that are going to go around a header, which is again made from the box covers from the kit. With this section there's a lot of referring back to what I did the previous month, so in this case it was what I did in March, because I quite like the amount of space that I have in each box for each thing at the moment, so I want to make sure that I'm doing the same thing each month. Although I might have to switch out the things that I lifted in a month, because I might be going back to doing a lifting journal as well as my main planner. Once I've got my headings down for all of my favourite sections, I can then move back to my monthly spread and we can get stuck into my actual plans for the month of May. At the moment I've purposely kept May kind of quiet because I know that I have all these deadlines at the end of the month, but I do still have a couple of plans. Starting with the 1st of May, this is the May Day bank holiday, so I'm using a piece of solid washi from the kit to mark that in. I'm also planning on going to team training this day, so I'm using a event label from the kit with a dumbbell doodle from Plannerface for that. I am planning to go to team training quite a few times this month just because of all the extra bank holidays, but I don't have enough dumbbell doodles at the moment, so I'm not marking all of them in. As usual for all of my bills this month, I've cut some of the fancy labels from the kit in half so that they don't take up quite so much of each calendar box, and I'm using those to mark in bills with these little credit card doodles from Plannerface. And I've also added in my laptop icons, which are discontinued but also from Plannerface, to mark in all of my work from home days. The 5th is the first bin day of the month, so I'm using the bin doodles from the kit to mark in each of those days. And then I also have a quality meeting at work, so I'm using a skinny event label with a phone doodle from the kit to mark that in. Saturday the 6th is team training, so I'm using another event label with a dumbbell doodle from Plannerface to mark that in. This first week of May is going to be more of a deload week, but then I'm in full on comp prep for the next 4 weeks, so there's going to be a lot of training in this spread. On the 8th of May we have an extra bank holiday this month for the coronation. I really don't care about the royal family, but I'll take a free day off anyway. I can then move on to the 9th where I'm just marking in working from home and also more bills that are due. As I said, there's not a huge amount that I actually have planned for this month, solely because I've got so much happening at the end of the month / the beginning of June. On the 10th I have my friend's birthday, and I really love the paint swatches that are included in the new Plannerface monthly kits, so I've used one of those and the birthday present doodle from the kit to mark in his birthday. Oh, I've just realised I forgot to add in May the 4th. I'll add that in once I've finished recording this voiceover. The 12th is Chronic Fatigue Syndrome Awareness Day, so I'm adding another solid piece of washi in to mark that, just in case I wasn't aware that I'm tired all the time. And then moving on to Saturday the 13th, we have Eurovision, so I'm marking that in with an event label from the kit, and originally I started adding it in with a drinks doodle, but I will change that to a Coffee Monsters Co emoji later on. I'm not going to Liverpool to watch it, but I will definitely watch it from the comfort of my own sofa. On that Saturday I'm also going to team training before Eurovision, so I'm marking it in again with an event label and a dumbbell doodle from Plannerface. On the 15th I have more bills due, and also this is the day where I've asked to get feedback from my training lead and supervisor about my portfolio, so this will begin the 2 weeks of solid crunch work towards getting it all finished by the end of the month. So this week might be pretty stressful, but at least it will end in payday, which I'm marking with a little piggy bank doodle from the kit. I also have a meeting on the 19th, so I'm marking that with a skinny event label and another phone doodle again from the kit. Because this is a Canadian planner, I have the North American Mother's Day written in this planner, so I'm not going to be marking that, but as soon as I have something to do on the 21st, I will be covering it up so that I don't get confused. There was one year where I wished my mum a happy Mother's Day on American Mother's Day, and she was like, it was in March, but thanks. We had also celebrated UK Mother's Day that year, so I hadn't just completely forgotten about the UK version. The 25th is where the first fun social thing for this month happens. I'm going to see The Lion King at the theatre with a couple of friends, so I'm using a quarter box from the kit with a theatre ticket doodle from Papershire to mark that in. As you can see, because I'm still not 100% confident at trimming stickers for monthly kits for my Hemlock Oak, I am cutting the section off and then sticking it just above where I want the box to go so that I can cut the right amount off of the rest of the box so it fits within the calendar box. I feel like I said box way too many times trying to explain that, but on the 26th it is my mum's birthday, so I'm using another paint swatch from the kit with a birthday present doodle to mark that in, and then also it's still bin day, so I'm marking in bin day again as well. On the 27th it's not just team training, it's Super Singlet Saturday because it is the week before a competition, so I'm marking that in with my usual dumbbell doodle from Plannerface and an event label, and then I'm marking in the late May bank holiday with another piece of solid washi from the kit. The last couple things to add in are working from home and also some bills, and then finally I'm going to be marking in that it's my aunt's birthday on the 30th with another paint swatch from the kit and birthday present doodle. So that's all of my plans for the month of May. I've just realised that I accidentally filled this whole spread in without pressing record, so we're just going to go straight to my flip through. So I have my cover page and my goals page for the month, and then my monthly calendar, and finally I have my review page right at the end that matches my monthly calendar. So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!